Hello Rutgers and welcome back to school. We've got a fantastic show lined up for you. It is Thursday, January 23rd, 2020. Weather watcher Ashley Cornish will give you the regional and big picture forecast for the day. We'll be checking out the new wave of professionalism fashion show with our very own Kyla Trinidad. Later on, we'll be speaking with Savon McLaughlin, a graduate intern at the VPVA office. We've got tons to get to. Let's wake up, Rutgers. Hello and welcome, Rutgers. It's great to be here on this Thursday morning. We're here to wake you up every Thursday morning this semester with all the exciting news, events, and weather. Well, I'm so excited to be the host for the spring semester. My name is Cindy Cortez. I'm a junior and I'm a transfer. So this winter break, I had so much fun. I hope you guys all had a fun and safe winter break as I did. I just turned 21, so me and my friends, we all went to New York. We had a nice dinner. It was right on the water. And then me and my family also celebrated at my house. We had a bunch of family come over, and we had some dessert. We sang happy birthday, had some cake. So as a junior and transferring to Rutgers, I had such a fun experience. It's really exciting. I love Rutgers. But I do have some tips while going back to school. One of my tips is to get to class a lot earlier than you would think. So you would get to class an hour early before, just to settle in, to find your class. I found it so helpful, and I just settled in, found my seat that I wanted, and had a really good time. So I really want to know what you guys did this winter break as well. So before we can get to the rest of the show, let's see how much you know. When does the add-drop period for courses end? We will find out the answer right after this.
Join the Paul Robeson Cultural Center for the 4th Annual MLK Oratorical Competition on January 29th at 7 p.m. at the Livingston Student Center. See performances, hear powerful speeches, and celebrate the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. Start your spring semester off with this powerful event. Hope to see you there. For more information, you can visit prcc.rutgers.edu.
Welcome back, Rutgers. Before the break, we asked, when does the add-drop period for courses end? For all students, the deadline to add a class is January 29th, and the deadline to drop a class is January 28th. I honestly have never added or dropped a class before. Once I set my schedule, it stays the same throughout the semester. But you know who has used the add-drop period before is my buddy, Ashley Cornish.
Thanks, Sydney. I'm weather watcher Ashley Cornish, and I'll be giving you guys your Thursday morning forecast. So for the current readings out of Rutgers Gardens, we've got a temperature of 27 degrees over there with partly cloudy skies, so pretty cool conditions out there, but it's going to be shaping up to be a pretty pleasant winter day. As you can see with our weather headlines, we've got mild and partly cloudy conditions again throughout much of the day today, and we've got a chance of rain possible this weekend, heavy at some portions throughout the afternoon on Saturday, but thankfully we've got a clear and cool start to next week. And then now for our current radar, you can see we've got a couple scattered clouds throughout New Jersey. Nothing too bad. As you can look over to our west, you can see up in the Ohio Valley, the Ohio River Valley, and up through Michigan, we've got this heavy band of snow moving in. And then as we take a look at the big picture forecast, you can see this heavy line of rain and snow heading up throughout much of the continental United States, and that will be moving into our area for this weekend again. As you can see, by Friday morning, we've got a couple clouds moving into New Brunswick ahead of more clouds on Saturday, and then into mid-afternoon on Saturday, you can see that we've got this heavy band of precipitation sitting over much of New Jersey, with the heaviest portions possibly hitting New Brunswick right around this time, and they will be moving out for a relatively cloudy or cooler night on Saturday, but then there is another chance of precipitation come Sunday. But back today, Our local forecast today, we've got a high temperature of 47 degrees with winds out of the west and mostly cloudy skies. So again, pretty pleasant winter day. And then it will be very similar conditions for the night tonight. Again, calm winds, mostly cloudy skies with a low temperature of 26 degrees. All right, I'll be back later to give you guys your regional and 7-day forecast. Back to you.
Make sure you guys definitely bundle up at night if you're going out. I sure am. It's going to be a chilly one at night. We'll be talking about all of the news and events coming up after this.
Want to get away from the stress of school but can't get off campus? Well, fear no more. Located right in the middle of the Livingston Student Center is the Rutgers Zone. Between the racing games, sports games, and a bar full of food and ice cream, there's never a dull time. It's the perfect place to kick back, relax, and hang with your friends. Or, if you're a part of an organization, host your next event. The Rutgers Zone is open from 12 p.m. to 11 p.m. from Mondays to Wednesdays, 12 p.m. to midnight on Thursdays to Saturdays, and 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Sundays. To find out more information about the Rutgers Zone, visit studentcenters.rutgers.edu/Rutgers Zone.
Welcome back, Rutgers. Let's jump into our news and events for today. In a study published in the Journal of Autism Research, Rutgers researchers found that despite the growing awareness about autism, it is still underdiagnosed, especially in Black and Hispanic people. In this study, among 2,066 children who were under 8 years old, in 2014, 4,500 of the children showed symptoms of the disorders and were not clinically diagnosed or receiving services. Most of the children were Black or Hispanic males with deficits in mental abilities, social skills, and activities of daily living. With this alarming disparity, the researchers believe that communication and cultural barriers may have complicated the diagnostic process. In the future, the Rutgers researcher, Walter Zahorny, emphasizes how early screening of all children can reduce the disparities in diagnosis. In addition, the communication barrier can be lessened with the use of pictures to help families understand the diagnosis process and test results. Researchers at Rutgers have really brought improvement over the past years. It's really great to hear that we can now use pictures to help families understand and communicate with doctors. Over the winter break, the NCAA wrestling champion, Nick Suriano, qualified for the 2020 Olympic team trials. He finished 4th in the 57 kg men's freestyle event at the Senior Nationals in Fort Worth, Texas. Suriano is coming off a historic junior season. As a Paramus native, he finished 29-3 en route to both a Big Ten title and national champion. Specifically, during the national championship, Suriano defeated the #1 seed from Oklahoma State, Dalton Fix. In the 133-pound final, he used a takedown in overtime to seal the victory. Go Rutgers! This is such exciting news for Rutgers. Rutgers had so many athletes compete in the Olympics, so it's so great to hear that more are joining in. But those are just some of the big news Rutgers had this week. Now let's jump into the exciting events that we have going on. On Monday, January 27th, you will have an opportunity to learn what the Study Abroad program has to offer at the annual Study Abroad Fair. From 3 to 6 p.m. at the Livingston Student Center, you can explore the different study abroad programs that Rutgers hosts. There will be free food, music, and giveaways, including application fee waivers and scholarships. This is a great opportunity to find out many programs that Rutgers has to offer to study abroad. On Wednesday, January 29th, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., at the Ludwig Center, the Douglas Project at Douglas Residential College organization is hosting an event called Research, It's Not Too Late. In this particular event, you will be able to learn about and apply for research opportunities within and outside of Rutgers. Refreshments will be served. This is a really interesting event if you're really interested in research. Rutgers just has so many different and diverse events to see. Watch our own Kyla Trinidad paint the town scarlet at the New Wave of Professionalism event. Let's check it out.
Hey Rutgers, I'm Kyla Trinidad, and today we're at the New Wave Fashion Show event at the College Ave Student Center. The New Wave Fashion Show is about embracing marginalized cultures into the workplace. Students and alum will be walking down the runway to show how to incorporate culture and identity. Let's check it out. what made you come out to the event tonight?
I saw it advertised, and I don't know, I think the idea of people expressing themselves in any way, any art form, is really something that I enjoy watching. So just the idea of people expressing themselves through fashion, and specifically in a way that like resonates with us and our culture now in this generation, was something that I was really interested in seeing.
What has been your favorite part tonight?
I think seeing my friend model for the first time, that, and like also the whole panel thing, like asking questions and stuff like that. I didn't think I would be interested in it because like it's my first time coming to, I guess, like watching a panel and stuff, but I learned a lot, like listening to the people that were speaking in front.
Just promoting a workplace of just diversity and cultural diversity. I think being able to express yourself in ways that we weren't able to do like maybe 10 years back, that's one of the new waves of professionalism for me right now.
I'm actually a part of base modeling, and I've been doing it for about 3-4 semesters now. So, being in the spotlight, being in the fashion show has been like, helping me make new friends at Rutgers, being more exposed at Rutgers. So anytime there's a way for me to, just be on the runway, I always take it.
What does New Wave professionalism mean to you?
New Wave professionalism means basically you can wear professionally what you want to wear that's not stereotypically what you usually see in media, and also specifically like hairstyles as well. Definitely something like my hair is definitely not something I see a lot. So just being able to say the new wave is the new wave. You can do what makes you feel comfortable and do what makes you feel like you without feeling like you're doing it wrong.
How do we bring our most authentic selves into the workplace no matter where we go? And I hope that whether that be the way you rock your hair, with whatever you want to rock your tattoos, however you want to wear your clothing, like it shows in somehow, some way where you can feel confident and that you don't have to suppress yourself all the time.
New wave professionalism means to me that regardless of how I come into a room, I'm always going to be able to command it, because at the end of the day, what I'm wearing does not equal my competence, and my competence does not equal my worth.
Wow, what an inspiring event. Hopefully we can all leave thinking of ways we can incorporate our own cultures into the workplace. Until next time, keep painting the town scarlet. I'm Kyla Trinidad, RUTV.
A great event. This shows that Rutgers is really about trying to raise awareness to the community. Don't go anywhere. After this, we will be talking to Siobhan McLaughlin from the Rutgers Violence Prevention and Victim Assistant Office.
As a resident assistant, my main job is to make sure that my students feel safe and supportive here on campus. Residence Life wants to ensure that all students have a safe and welcoming home that they can come to as they continue their academic success here at the university. Rutgers has Thanksgiving, winter, and spring recess, otherwise known as breaks. So within these 3 breaks, Rutgers is allowing, actually this upcoming Thanksgiving break, Rutgers is allowing the students to stay on campus if they choose to do so. And if you do choose to stay on campus, all students will have an RA like myself who will be here to support and answer any questions that they may have.
This year, Residence Life is keeping all their halls open for Thanksgiving break. This is new to the 2019 school year. In years past, the halls have closed typically. However, we found that a lot of students were having trouble finding places to go just for the 4 days that the university is closed. So we worked to kind of put that into the staff contracts that we were going to be staying open and working during the entire recess. So some of our staff will go home, but some of our staff will remain on campus.
On Bush, Richardson, Nichols, Johnson, Silvers, Marvin, and Buell apartments will be open. On Livingston, the Livingston Apartments, the Linton Towers, and Quad 2 will be open. On College Avenue, the Sojourner Truth Apartments, Tinsley, the University Center at Easton Avenue, Freelandheisen, the Honors College, and Stonier will be open, but Stonier will only be open for Thanksgiving and the spring recess. And on Cook Douglas, the Newells Apartments, New Gibbons, Henderson, Starkey, and the Hellier House will be open. Over winter break, students are very much allowed to keep personal items in their rooms, but they are encouraged to take home with them any valuables, any medications, any travel documents that they may need while over break. If you want to learn more about what you can expect from winter and spring breaks, you can go to go.rutgers.edu/hall closing.
Welcome back, Rutgers. Here with me is Siobhan McLaughlin, a graduate intern at the Rutgers Violence Prevention and Victim Assistant Office. So welcome, Siobhan. So what does VPVA stand for?
So VPVA stands for, well, what we really want is a community free of violence. So what we do is we do prevention programming, and we also react and help survivors who are victim survivors of interpersonal violence and different types of crimes.
And what services do you guys have to offer?
So we have a bunch of different services with VPVA. We have two main services. Our first one is counseling. So counseling is free and confidential, so nobody will know about you coming to our office and talking to one of our counselors, and it doesn't cost you anything to come. So with counseling, the best way to make an appointment is either to call VPVA at 848-932-1181, or just walk into our office. Our office is located on 3 Bartlett Street on College Ave campus. It's right behind the Panera Bread. Another way to have a service through our department is through advocacy. Advocacy is a free and confidential service. Once again, it's 24/7, 365 days a year. All you have to do is call our phone number anytime. Again, our phone number is 848-932-1181, and somebody will always answer and be able to provide you options and short-term support after you are experiencing interpersonal violence, such as stalking, domestic violence, sexual violence, or any other type of crime.
And is this a 24-hour call you could do?
Yeah, so this is a service that's 24 hours, 365 days a year. So if it's Christmas Eve at 3 a.m. and you just experience some type of interpersonal violence or any other type of crime, you can call our number and somebody will always answer. The other type of things that we do through our office is prevention programming. So the main way we do that is through Scream Theater. Scream Theater is a student organization that's through our office. Scream Theater, a lot of people have seen it through New Student Orientation or different programs. So Scream does different skits to highlight different situations that people can experience with interpersonal violence, may that be sexual violence, domestic violence, stalking, or any other type of violence. And then they kind of run through different resources and how you can best support friends.
All right, and with January being Stalking Awareness Month, what should students be aware of?
So students should be aware that here at Rutgers, the average length of a stalking situation is about 2 years. And actually, the highest rate of somebody being stalked is the age range from 18 to 24, so that's most likely college students. So that's something to be aware of. 3 out of 4 stalking victims actually do know their perpetrator, so it's not some random person on the street, it's somebody you do know.
And so what are other ways that students can navigate through this safely through the semester?
Something that is really important is to support and believe survivors when they come and if they do come forward with their story. Rutgers has done an amazing job with fostering a community with supporting and hearing survivors and providing a space for them to share their story. And something that we do know is that violence does occur all across the nation. So being able to support and hear survivors and just giving them a space so they feel safe and they feel supported is the most important thing.
And what events has Rutgers held to support these people?
So in fall semester, one thing that we did was turn the campus purple. So that was for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We had a whole week long of different events. So we did a coffee house event. We did a candlelight vigil for domestic violence survivors. We did Chalk the Block, where students could write different like words of encouragement and different things on chalkboards, and students were able to kind of learn about our services and different things about domestic violence awareness. So in the spring semester, we're going to have a bunch of different events as well. We're kind of jam-packed. One thing that we're doing is Turn the Campus Teal. So it's kind of like Turn the Campus Purple, but this is for sexual violence awareness. So one event that we're having during that week is Men's Story Project, and that is an event where anybody who is a man or identifies with maleness is able to bring their experiences to highlight these social issues about masculinity. And that can be through written word, that can be through song, whatever they feel comfortable with. Another thing, and that Turn the Campus Teal is going to be in April. It's going to be the second week in April. Another thing that we're doing is Empty Chair Project, and that is in the second week of March or the first week of March. And that is where you'll see a bunch of different purple chairs around all the campuses, and they will have a story and then different resources available.
Great, great. And what time do these events are they held at?
So these events are held at various different hours of the day. There are daytime events and then there are nighttime. So the Men's Story Project most likely will be held at nighttime. For the Empty Chair campaign, that's going to be throughout the whole day or night because it's going to be a chair that's just available for students to read and like experience that. But we also have tabling that is through our office. So during the day at different student centers and different locations around all the different campuses, you can talk to different students that work for our office or different professionals that work for our office and learn more about the resources as well.
And where can students get more information?
So students can get more information from our Instagram or any of our social media. Our social media handle is RUVPVA. And if you follow us, we will post different stories and then we post different things about upcoming events and different information. Currently, we're doing a social media campaign for Stalking Awareness Month. Another way to find more information is to go to our website, and that's ru.bpva.rutgers.edu. So yeah.
All right, well, Siobhan, thank you so much for coming out today. We'll be right back right after this.
Hey, did you get your meningitis shot yet?
No, it's been a few years since I had my last one.
Oh, you gotta go. Rutgers is experiencing more and more cases of meningitis every semester, so you gotta keep yourself covered.
Rutgers Student Health is urging all Rutgers students to get up to date on their meningitis B vaccines. Meningitis B is a rare bacterial infection that has symptoms similar to the flu, but if left untreated can become fatal. The meningitis B vaccine is different from the meningitis vaccine required for all students living on campus.
Wow, that sounds really important. Where can I get my vaccine shot?
Good question. There are plenty of options you can pick from to fit your schedule.
You can go to your personal healthcare provider or go to your local pharmacy. You can also visit one of the Rutgers Student Health Centers located on Cook Douglas, College Avenue, Bush, and Livingston. Lastly, there is an on-campus vaccination clinic that will be held at the College Avenue Student Center from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. in the multipurpose room. As a bonus, all students who get their meningitis B vaccines and update their immunization records will be entered for a chance to win a $500 Visa gift card. Winners will be announced on September 13th, so make sure you set up an appointment and talk to your doctor today.
Wow, man, thank you so much for the help.
I'm just looking out for you, dude.
Hey.
Welcome back, Rutgers. It's so great to see and hear that we have all these different services and events that VPVA has to offer so we can support each one another in our community. So as we start this semester, let's check up on Ashley Cornish for the 7-day forecast.
Thanks, Sydney. So for today's regional forecast, we've got pretty mild winter conditions throughout much of the Northeast today. You can see down at Washington, D.C., a temperature of 47 degrees, so our hot spot across the Northeast. But then as you head to the north, temperatures are slowly getting cooler. And then as you can see out in Boston, a low temperature of 38, high temperature of 38 degrees today. And then up in Syracuse, temperatures aren't even going to be breaking the freezing mark today with a high temperature of 32 degrees. So pretty cool winter day, which will be turning into a pretty cool winter night. As you can see, much of the Northeast have temperatures below the freezing mark, of course, with the exception of Washington, D.C., with their overnight low of 33 degrees. But then again, as you head to the north, Syracuse, low temperature tonight of 24 degrees. Albany, even colder with a low temperature of 21. And now for your 7-day forecast. As I said earlier in the show, today we've got a high temperature of 47 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, similar situation on Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, we do have that chance of rain moving in. Again, pretty mild conditions with temperatures in the mid-40s, but you're going to want to make sure that you're bundling up, bringing your umbrellas and raincoats if you're going out this weekend. And then we've got a pretty seasonal start to the work week next week with Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with temperatures in the low to mid-40s. As always, you can check out me and all the other weather watchers on our various social media platforms, as well as every 15 minutes on channel 23.1 RUTV. All right, back to you guys.
Thanks, Ashley. I'm going to whip out my raincoats and rain jackets and rain boots for all this rain that's going to last all weekend. Hopefully it doesn't last too long and we'll see some blue skies soon. I honestly hate the cold. I am a spring person. I cannot deal when it's below freezing, and hopefully it does not, we don't see any snow coming up anytime soon. But we'll be right back after this.
Sometimes we all need an escape from the hustle and bustle of the busy New Brunswick lifestyle. Thankfully, just down Riders Lane, there is a serene escape. For many, Rutgers Gardens is one of the university's secret treasures. It is a 180-acre botanical garden made up of a variety of different natural areas, so there's something for every nature lover to enjoy. The gardens contain tons of beautiful natural backdrops. These include the bamboo grove, succulent garden, a variety of flower gardens, and an evergreen garden surrounding the Great Lawn. Or, if you want your visit to be more active, you can take a hike through the Hellier Woods on the 2-mile trail. All these sites are great for a relaxing getaway or to snag some post-worthy pics. If you are looking to visit the gardens, they are open 7 days a week, October through April from 8 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., and then May through September from 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. For more information, visit rutgersgardens.rutgers.edu.
Wow, the Rutgers Gardens, I can't wait till it's warmer weather so me and my friends can all join up and go to the Rutgers Garden. It's going to be a great experience. There's a market there where you could grab a little snack and eat some food. So we'll be right back right after this.
Join us at the annual Latinx Student Faculty Mixer on Thursday, March 5th at 6 p.m. till 8:30 p.m. at the Zimmerly Art Museum. Their main goals are to strengthen the Afro-Latinx community, foster healthy student and faculty conversations, and to advise students of beneficial university resources. For more information, visit www.zimmerlymuseum.rutgers.edu.
So the Zimmerly Art Museum is a great experience that everyone should go to. As a transfer, I noticed that we had one, and I stepped in, and it was really cool and exciting to see all the different types of art Rutgers has to offer. So as we're wrapping up for our first show of the spring semester, it was exciting hosting for the very first time. A big congratulations to Jake on his new internship. We will miss him at RUTV. Today we talked about how Rutgers researchers have developed a way to communicate with doctors and families because of communication barriers. We also heard some exciting news that Nick Soriano has been qualified for the Olympics in 2020. Talking about the Study Abroad Fair on January 27th in the Livingston Student Center, we learned that there will be giveaways which include waiving your application fee. We talked about the event Research It's Not Too Late, held at the Ludwig Center. We also were able to speak with Siobhan McLaughlin about what services the Rutgers Violence Prevention and Victim Assistance Office has to offer. Well, Rutgers, that'll do for today's episode. For more events happening this week, you can go to getinvolved.rutgers.edu or ruevents.rutgers.edu. Follow us on social media by searching RU Network and follow us on Twitter by searching @WakeUpRutgers. We love hearing from you. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Sydney Cortez. Enjoy your weekend and we'll see you next week.